Hello, growers. Want to boost your sales, reach new customers, and streamline your sales process, all from your home office? Ready Farmer 1, my book, is your ultimate guide to making it happen. Imagine increasing your farm's revenue without ever spending a Saturday at the farmer's market. The book will show you how to create, design, and market an online farm store. Learn from real farmers sharing real stories about how they move their stores online, freeing up their weekends and increasing their sales. Get my book, Ready Farmer 1, on Amazon and transform your farm business today.
What has sort of been your methodology behind scaling? Is it just grow as much as physically possible, or has there been sort of strategy with those yearly expansions?
A little bit of both. Once we finally got to this scale, I think while trying to push, weekly summer lettuce successions in the crop plan, getting to this scale finally allowed us to incorporate at least one round of cover crop across the entire farm in the crop plan, which was huge. I really felt like we were finally starting to be less extractive when we were, starting to work that back in. So it felt like we had to get to a scale that was economically enough products coming out of the farm, but we were actually at a scale that we were able to let ground rest and work it less than really hammering it, 10 months of the year. But, we've kind of found channels that want more of one thing than the other. So I think that's part of the challenge with those first couple of years that you're still trying to figure out what sales outlets do work for you. And if you need a ton of variety on a table at the farmer's market, or if you need enough product to make chefs happy each week. And I don't quite know if we're succeeding on either of those completely as well as I'd like, but that's the goal, is kind of figuring out where those two level out.
If you're trying to convince yourself to not continue to scale up for the time being, it sounds like more now in the following seasons, it'll be more of an effort to streamline processes, become more efficient, maybe increase, yields per bed. Or it sounds like also, which I think is a blind spot for a lot of new farmers, is kind of focusing on the longevity of the fertility. If you're able to take an entire field block out of production to really let it rest, to get it cover cropped and really build up those soils, you're definitely thinking more long-term than just we've got to squeeze every little bit of production. And I think some of that just comes with time. Not to say that somebody brand new can't have a really good foundation. Maybe they learned it from a master class or another grower or reading a book. But I know, at least me personally, there was this all right, I have this much square feet to work with, and I'm trying to equate what are the potential dollar signs out of this square footage. And I can even tell now, finishing up our second season, that that shift is starting to happen more away from just increasing revenue at whatever cost possible to all right, we need to think about the longevity. We need to make sure that, we're not going from bed flip to bed flip to bed flip to bed flip, in between there somewhere. We need to be taking care of this. Not that we're not taking care of the soil. We're doing intentional things, and I would imagine, you being no-till, you're probably doing all those things as well, but allowing yourself some elbow room to give things a rest, to amend soils and rebalance soils as need be. It's very, very wise of you 4 years in. So I applaud you on that one.
Yeah, we're focusing on a lot of our own compost production now. Things that we can kind of keep rebuilding with. I'm excited about that for this next year. Got about 100 yards of compost we just flipped yesterday. I'm excited to be working those piles this winter.
Today's episode is brought to you by Modern Grower, a proud retailer of the Sumi Soaker system. The Sumi Soaker system is an irrigation game changer. It offers multiple advantages for market gardeners. Even gentle watering without dry spots common with wobblers. The system is lightweight and portable, so you can use it with quick rotation crops. It's low maintenance with no parts to break or clog. It's versatile. You can use it for direct seeding, transplants, and cover crops. And it's very cost effective compared to overhead options. And maybe one of its best and most unique features is it can put down water in a rectangular pattern, which is very different than rotating sprinklers that leave circular patterns, often with dry corners and overwatered centers. If you want to learn more about the Sumi Soaker system, use the link below or visit us at shop.moderngrower.co.